Hello everybody, it's Chris the Spyder Minimalist, and we're back at it. It is the Sunday before the big eclipse. Tomorrow is April 8th, 2024, the day of the big solar eclipse, which is going to pass right over Niagara Falls. We are now entering beautiful Hyde Park in Niagara Falls, which is the second largest, actually, before I say that, that is our, I hope you can see it, our Veterans Monument, which is a beautiful monument. But Hyde Park in Niagara Falls is the second largest municipal park in the state of New York outside of Central Park in New York City, or at least I believe that's the case. Someone can fact check that, I guess. But I didn't want to give you a history lesson of Hyde Park today. What I want to do is have you experience checking and filling air pressure in my rear tires. We're heading to a relatively new, well, a brand new actually, convenience store that's part of a small regional chain of truck stops and convenience stores and whatnot. It's called Quickly's, and they just opened in the town of Niagara. It's Hyde Park Lake there that you see. I don't know if you can see, that's Duck Island and our gazebo out there on Duck Island. Beautiful. So anyway, I wanted you to join me as I experience this first attempt to put tire pressure into my tires, and here's why. Before I bought the Spyder, I knew that one of the challenges I was going to have with it is checking and filling tire pressure into the rear tires. The front tires, it's no different than a car. The stem valve is externally exposed, easy to get to, no big deal. Now, the Can-Am, the KTM 890 Adventure that I had before I bought this was also a challenge, both front and back tires, quite frankly, because those of you who have motorcycles, two-wheel motorcycles, you know what I'm talking about. The modern motorcycles with their disc brakes, those discs make it a killer to get to the stem valves. But the rear tire on the Spyders is a whole different level of difficulty. It's tucked in underneath the motorcycle. It is kind of hidden between the belt sprocket and the wheel. So what I did was, I think I showed it a couple of videos ago, but I bought one of those barrel caps, a bright red, I think it's aluminum, stem valve, just for the stem valve cap, just for the rear tire, so it'd be easier to spot, because the only way you're going to realistically fill and check pressure on that rear tire is if the stem valve cap is in just the right spot. So I thought that would help me identify it. The other thing I did was I found them online on Amazon. I remember reading something on one of the forums, one of the Spyder forums, that Harley-Davidson made a stem valve extension. And I thought, gee, that's a clever idea. So I went online, I found a stem valve extension, very cheap. I bought 4 of them. They came in a packet, 2 different sizes. And I thought, you know, I ought to keep one of those on the bike, on the motorcycle, just to make my life a little easier when I go to check and fill the tires with air pressure. So we're headed to Quickly's now to do it. You'll see my frustrations or my ease of doing it. And this is the first time I'm doing this. I'm using one of these stem valve extensions, so it's not like I'm a practiced pro at this. So if this goes pretty smoothly, it'll go pretty smoothly for anybody. I am not at all mechanically or technically inclined. So I'm going to park right here. I'm going to put the parking brake on. One of the challenges I thought I'd have, until someone gave me the bright idea of not shutting down the bike until I can see this. Oh my gosh, it's in the perfect spot, literally. So I parked this far away from the thing because this has to be on the perfect spot, and I figured I'd give myself some space to roll. I'm going to roll it till it cycles one more time because we're too far away from it. But let's just see. I'm going to take the parking brake off. I hope no one pulls up, because they're going to hear me talking to myself and they're going to think I'm a nut, which is only partially true. Let's try it right here. Okay. Geez, I need to go just a little bit more. This is going to be perfect. I'm going to be very close to this machine, and think that's going to be the perfect spot. You know, that is almost the perfect spot right there. So I'm going to shut it down. Parking brake is on. Shut it down. Okay, so the stem valve extension that I mentioned, I keep in this case here along with a bunch of other paraphernalia. Okay, so I'm going to check the tire pressure and use the stem valve to fill it with pressure. And I'm going to do all 3 tires. I'll do these first because these are going to be the easiest one. Oh, and one other thing I want to show you. I checked this before I came out, but I want to show for those of you who are contemplating getting a Spyder. The manual has obviously the tire pressure, but if you're out and about and you don't have your manual, the tire pressure is listed right there. So I don't know if the camera can see that, but it's right there. So you can see the front, the recommended is 20, the rear, the recommended is 28. Cold tire pressure 20 and 28. It is shocking to me how low the tire pressure expectation is for these tires, but they know what they're doing. Compared to my motorcycle, it was like in the 30s, but here we go. 18. And I've got to remember to collect my tire stem valve caps because I'm famous for leaving them, and I'm not going to do that today. 18 and a half. And now let's check the rear. And I'm going to ask you, dear viewer or listener, if you would remind me to collect the caps. That's a joke, of course. Okay, now doing this with the helmet is a near impossibility because that GoPro is sticking so far out, but I'm going to do the best I can. Maybe if I look at it from this angle. See what I mean? $27. Now, and then I'll do the front. The other thing is, this is obviously going to take air out of this tire, just the process of getting this on and taking it off. I know that. I'm hoping you can see this. Okay, and I'm going to take this one off, and then we'll go to the machine and see what the deal is here. I'm assuming this is a credit card machine. This is perfect. I'm sorry, folks, but this experiment might not go as planned. There are obviously other places nearby to get the tire pressure. This air pump is probably, oh my gosh, I was just gonna say it's working, but of course it's not working. It's out of order. All right, let's see if I got lucky. Oh, even though it doesn't have the red cap to make it easier for me to see, it looks like I did get lucky. I'm going to just pull up a little bit more. All right, where did you go, little guy? Oh, there it is. Perfect. All right, so I'm going to shut down. Parking brake is on. All right, let's try this again. Now our tire pressure is close enough so that if it's, I'm going to shut this to avoid catastrophe, some car driving by and hitting that. our tire pressure is good enough that if it turns out this isn't working, approved. God bless America. 35, no thank you. So we're gonna do the front first. And I'm gonna just go to 23. Whoa. Let's say 24. And just, I can always take it out. I don't know if you can see the meter. End. Alright, we're going to try this again. And even though that cap swivels from the tube, it looks like it's easier for me to turn, at least initially, the entire tube. Oh, I still have it on 24. I'm going to put this at 30 just because I know I'm going to lose a little when I take that thing off. Okay, and good. All right, so now I'm going to take this extension off, and again, I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so now we're going to check the tire pressure. I'll start with the front. .23. So 20 and 28. .21. I'm going to leave that there. Let's see where this one is. Yeah, 19.5. That's close enough to 20 for government work, 19.5, but I'm going to take a little more out of this. If this one gets to 20, I'll be happy at that. 19.5. I'm going to call that one a day. And now we'll check the back one. And remember, this one was at 28, or should be at 28. So this is when air's coming out just because of me. 29. It says 28, but when I say it says, the recommendation is 28. Take a little out of that. Try it again. 28. Okay, so I believe that if I didn't have the extension, all of that would have been a little less pleasant. So I wanted you to see that. I'm going to put the caps on, and then we're going to call it a day. I appreciate your patience with me and the ear pumps in Niagara Falls. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.